won an Oscar.
Yeah, no, I know, but he did, I forgot what Weird Al's version was. I think it was about watching television or something.
I know he did White and Nerdy.
Yeah, he did White and Nerdy and, like, Amish Paradise, of course.
Oh, God, I hate that Gangsters Paradise. It's so bad. That
Coolio
movie is
doesn't
so
use
bad.
the N-word in that song.
Good God.
How crazy is that?
Well, because it's a clean version of a gangster song. It's an insincere. It's like it's like Christian rock for gangster rap.
I mean, Coolio didn't exactly have a booming career, but
That song is just embarrassing.
his hair always creeped me out.
Dude, that movie. He was at a Lollapalooza. I was at on the side stage, but they had a that movie was so bad. I remember watching that movie. There's a scene where she takes a kid out to a restaurant, and it seems like a parent, he doesn't know how to use utensils.
The kid or Coolio?
It might as well been the kid. It was a white person saves minorities movie by teaching them Bob Dylan. That's what that movie lost me. I don't know how to teach poetry to these kids. And I was like, oh, you should play Biggie Smalls. No, she's going to play Bob Dylan.
That's weird.
It is. But,
that is weird. I never thought about that. There's like a whole subgenre of movies that is just like groups of black people being helped out by white people.
But the best one is when they did an action version of it. You ever see this?
What is it called?
It came out probably. My favorite one is Lean on Me but that's just because Morgan Freeman is so intense in that fucking movie. That movie is just so great. I love that fucking movie. But there's also Stand and Deliver. But then but those are like black people and Mexican people doing it, right? Then it gets like really racist, where it has like Rhea Perlman and fucking the guy from Friends, Bing or whatever, and and then Michelle Pfeiffer, and I don't even want to see Michelle Pfeiffer in a classroom unless she's fucking her students and start gangbanging her on her desk. But the best was Jim Belushi goes to save a school. It's got Radon Shaw, Louis Gossett Jr., and it's an action movie, and it's so good, dude. He rides a motorcycle through the school hallway, because he gets into a fight with his ex-wife's husband or something, and breaks his windshield with his car. And he's like, "We're not gonna fire you. We're gonna send you to Rydell or whatever, South Central, whatever." He goes down there, and it's just this crazy school where everyone's selling drugs in the bathroom and shit. So he's got to reform the school. So they basically turned it into an action movie.
That's hilarious.
It's so good.
It's like Roadhouse, but with high schoolers.
With high school, yeah. Well, he doesn't have the mysticism
yeah.
of Dalton.
Nobody's like, hey, he ripped a guy's throat out once. But
that's that world famous bouncer.
There's one that's in the same of the white men bringing up black people. It's got Danny DeVito in it, and he's like a rich guy, and he gets in trouble for something, or like gets a divorce or something, but he ends up going and teaching at a military school.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Man of the Year, and he just like connects with these kids over Hamlet.
Oh, God, yes. That's really good.
I have that on VHS. That was a funny one.
Oh, there's like an airplane version of one with John Lovitz. That is awesome. Oh, God.
That reminds me, I never saw Snakes on a Plane.
I never saw Snakes on a Plane, but I remember when they were promoting it, Samuel L. Jackson was so intense about it that he used to have personalized voicemail that you could send to people. So it'd be like, hey, Gabe, stop bombing it. It'd be like, say you have to personalize it by saying like a thing that you do. So like we did it to that friend who rides bikes.
Bomb all the time.
I don't know, whatever. That was just to break your friend's balls.
You should have been at $10 tonight because I crushed.
You get more clips, you get more views for the Legion of Skanks thing than I did. Your fucking views doubled. But anyways.
Yeah, that's really weird because like watching it, I honestly don't even feel that good about that clip.
It's a good clip.
But I've made my bio really funny, so or at least
really?
what
What
I
was
think. It was like Jay requires a comedian based in Las Vegas, born and raised in the South. He can agree with the Skanks' views on many cultural like topics and a bunch of dumb shit. I forgot to put that I was a a bad boy of the Las Vegas comedy scene. And I was upset about that, but
I'd be the
whatever.
bad boy if I was like 10 years younger.
It
But
was like, it wasn't super long, but I was happy with it. I thought it was funny.
well, no, the reason I was wondering is because a lot of these views, they stop and then they don't move unless you do something. But like if you move it or if you do something with it, it'll move up a few views, but like yours doubled. So I just had the impression, I was just wondering if it was getting passed around by them. But anyways, I'm just speculating. I don't want to speculate. But I was just wondering if they were
Your
passing
mom's
it around.
getting passed around by the Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, my mom's dead.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I guess what would she be now, like 140 years old? Like,
I did that to a dude at a job site, man, but she wasn't dead. And I go,
She wasn't dead
he
at
said
that
something about my
time.
mother, and I go, my mother's dead. And he goes, oh man, I'm sorry. And I was like, I'm just fucking with you, dude. And then this other guy goes, that's not cool. I go, just, what? What kind of logic is that? What are you talking about?
you know, there's people out there with dead moms, and they would not appreciate that
Yeah,
joke.
they're just not at this table right now. And I don't
There's
have a
people
sense
with
of
dead
humor
moms
'cause
that
I'm a
aren't
moron.
willing to laugh about it.
Because this is Florida and I'm an idiot.
It's still a fresh wound, Paul.
Yeah. You know your mom's gonna die one day and that's gonna be offensive and then you'll see. And I just did that because my mom's dead and I just want to prove the point that I don't give a fuck about like making jokes about that.
I never got to say goodbye, Paul, okay?
I thought we were gonna substitute mothers with wives.
What?
Wives. I was like, from now on, instead of saying something about
Did we
somebody's
talk
mother.
about that and I just forgot?
I don't know. We just talk about a lot of shit and just forget. Probably.
Just say your ex-wife.
I just want to do that in general.
Your wife or your ex-wife?
But yeah, I'm just wondering. But then I'm gonna say that to somebody who's married, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly. That's why I feel like you go ex-wife.
What am I supposed to say? Whatever, dude.
Because people don't take divorce serious at all anymore. Like, divorce used to be heavily frowned upon.
Divorce is just like a part
But-
of marriage now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know why. You know, it's just a
It's
financial
just a part of
situation.
marriage.
Yeah.
It's so fucking true.
But I know seriously, if you took a fucking like, I
My
always get
mom's
this
been married
myth.
4 times, dude. I know.
What's what's that thing like in Seinfeld? They're gonna be like, oh, tell her if you want to get out of this wedding, tell her you want a contract, a premarital, a prenup. Yeah, and then she laughs.
If I, for any reason, ever got married, dude,
Yeah,
there's
prenup.
gonna be a fucking airtight
Like,
prenup.
who is gonna get insulted by that?
Yeah, I
in
don't
this
know.
day and age?
It's also good for
You're gonna be
like
why
the
do you need
other
a prenup?
person.
We're gonna be together forever. And I was like, really? We are?
Yeah, let's look at statistics.
Wait a second. You have no intention of divorcing me? If you have no intention of divorcing me, I don't think we should get married.
Yeah, I just want the tax break for a few years,
Yeah,
and then we can
dude.
just call it quits.
I just want to fuck. You're just so hot. I want to
With
fuck
the-
you every day
yeah.
for a year.
With the prenup, all we got to do is sign something, and it's over. There's people that go, like, are separated and amongst a divorce for like 7 years,
Dude, oh god.
just because of all the bullshit.
Yeah. Jerry Lee Lewis's 9th wife. I was watching Great Balls of Fire. And that shit's fucking funny as fuck. I don't care what anybody says. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Great Balls of Fire.
It's about Jerry Lee Lewis marrying Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder plays a 13-year-old. But it's just so fucking funny.
How old was Winona?
I don't know if she was 13. She wasn't 13.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
But it was like, it's just
I
her,
don't think-
her crying because John Doe's her dad and he kicks her out of the house after they get married. And he picks she's got a dollhouse for a suitcase. I'm going to go to my
This was a
marital
comedy,
home.
right?
It should have been it kind of was. It was a really weird tone. It had like a very happy, funny tone. Like they did not make an issue out of the fact that he married a 13-year-old girl. It was literally
It
like
was
a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was funny. Because they just kept having like these small details of her like being like a child.
She got bullied in PE today.
He's dropping her off at school.
Middle school, dude. Middle school.
Junior high.
That's that's what they called it in the 40s. It's called middle school now, Paul.
Well, I went to Jerry Lewis's high school, and it was called junior high. I fucked that bitch, and he's right. She was not a virgin. Oh man, forgot about the White Savior. The White Savior movie. Oh yeah, Redon Chong is mad at Spike Lee because he doesn't like Soul Man. Have you ever seen Soul Man?
No, but I know of it. It's about the kid, and he like exploits like a scholarship and goes to colleges in blackface,
But he
right?
looks like Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, he
There's
doesn't. It
no
doesn't look good. I've
way
seen
he could
previews.
pass.
I've
He
seen
looks
previews
like
for
a
it.
white guy.
That's one I've always kept my eye
In
out for
blackface. Oh, God.
for VHS because that's the only place I'm gonna find it.
Oh God.
I don't think they're gonna print that on
I
DVD.
don't know. They should put it on DVD with commentary on it.
I
That'd
mean,
be
they
fucking
could.
Great.
It would work if Spencer's Gifts was still a thing. That is perfect for Spencer's
Dude,
Gifts.
if you find that fucking movie, we really should do like a live commentary
Oh, definitely.
on that. That'd be fucking funny as hell.
I'd be down.
It's got James Earl Jones in it. I watched a review of it on Siskel and Ebert.
James Earl Jones, how was he not upset about that?
Dude,
Well, I guess they were paying him, so it didn't really matter.
Well, I
but-
mean, believe it or not, the movie had good intentions.
Oh, I mean, totally, but...
Ronald Reagan Jr.
Well, I
was
guess,
in it.
yeah, I guess like in the 80s, right? It came out like early, mid-80s.
Something like that.
I guess it wasn't such a hot topic.
He's
back
like,
then.
but Siskel and Ebert didn't object to the blackface. They went, this movie could have been really good if it was about the relationship between him and Radon Chong, and if it was more about, if it said something more, you know, if it concentrated on the message. But you know, when it gets into a thing where he's got the white girl that wants to have sex with him, and he's got to hide her from the parents, and then the parents show up, and and it becomes Groucho Marx, and then they're not taking this subject matter seriously. What?
I don't like how...
They're not taking him in blackface seriously? There's a lot of movies like that are blackface. Or dudes who dress up like girls. There's a,
White Chicks is a kind of both. I've never seen that movie.
White Chicks.
Yeah.
It's one of my.
They
I know
honestly-
somebody who has the movie. I've watched it.
When it first came out, they kind of creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah, because they look like people who had too much plastic surgery.
Yeah, yeah. And then I just never watched it. I wouldn't be against it because I mean, nobody's ever really talked shit, but you know, we're both pretentious, so could be
Yeah.
hack.
Well, I've seen parts of it, and there's a lot of like, I'm a white chick, but I have incredible strength. Oh, what? And then all the girls go, what? And then like an obnoxious white guy is in love with them. The best ever. You can't beat Someone Like It Hot because that's got the greatest line ever. And that was when you couldn't say shit at all about anything ever. And then
Was it in Soviet Russia? All right.
it was in Soviet Russia. In Soviet Russia, I don't have one.
Soviet Russia, you face black.
Oh, dude, when I was in the bar at Millennial and I was reading I was laughing at the jokes, right? And that's something they would do on SNL.
What?
Like, that's what I was talking about, where like, he's Russian, he's a gangster, he's a comedian making jokes about comics. That's probably too much detail for them.
Yeah.
But I said it to the guy, I go, this is because they were playing Avengers. I go, Black Widow, she's a Russian, correct? How come she has 2 eyebrows? And the guy just looked at me and he's like, he's like mad.
He was not stoked about it.
He did not have humor about comic book heroes being made fun of. But oh no, it's Something Like It Hot. They go,
But the Batman killed his parents. That worked.
no. The jokes. I went to 2 places
Oh, okay.
because it was Comic-Con, but I don't know where all the Comic-Con nerds were.
Was
They must
that
have been
at-
partying in the hotel.
Was that one was at Millennium Fandom, right?
That's
One
when we
was
were.
at the
Yeah, that's
Nerd?
where I was writing the jokes, and then I went over to the nerd, and then I did like most of them, and then they went over well.
The Batman one, killing his parents, was the only one I was really happy
The
with.
Batman one, yeah, and the Captain Caveman one. I'm trying to think if I did another one of yours, but
But that was a fun distraction.
yeah, I like doing jokes like that. Anyways, Something Like It Hot. There's a guy, and this is what makes Something Like It Hot different than White Chicks. There's always a guy when they're somebody dresses up like a woman,
Right.
who falls in love with the woman.
Definitely.
And he's like, how do I get out of this situation?
Yeah, we're like, whoa, I ain't gay, bro. I'm
But
just
Jack
dressed like
Lemmon
a-"
never goes, how do I get out of this situation?
He just embraces
He
it.
just digs it. And then Tony Curtis goes after Marilyn Monroe. And then Marilyn Monroe doesn't care that she's been lied to. That's fine. But they're running from gangsters. So Jack Lemmon and the guy end up on a boat. Then he goes, he's like, I'm not attracted to you. He's like, and then the guy goes, you'll learn to be attracted to me. He's like, I can't have children. He's like, we'll adopt. And he's like riding this boat. He just has this stupid grin on his face. And then he pulls off the wig and he's like, I'm a man. And he's like, nobody's perfect. And then that's the movie, dude.
In theater in high school, I think it was my junior year, we had to do like a duo scene with somebody, and me and my buddy Lance were looking for something. And we were just like, we can't just do some hack bullshit like a scene from The Odd Couple or something like that. You know what I mean? That's what everyone, like literally in that, there were probably 12 people that did scenes, and I would say 4 of them were from The Odd Couple. But yeah, it's like definitely. Yeah.
That thing where he made weird noises.
Oh, they didn't have anything to fucking reference. They just knew it was a play that was mostly one-on-one dialogue.
Yeah.
But me and my buddy Lance did a scene from Taming of the Shrew.
Really?
Where he played Catherine, and I can't even remember my character's name. And he would like put on a dress. We made this whole like elaborate backstory. And, like he was really standoffish at first because he thought that I was like mocking him.
Yeah.
For being a man or like trans or whatever, and then like I slowly like convince him that it's real and I know and it's okay. But we were never able to make it through it without breaking character, because like there would be a scene or a moment where I'd say like something kind of romantic and I would rub my hand along, and he had long hair, and for some odd reason Lance would always like get like antsy or something whenever that was coming up, and he would start.
I just
like,
got uncomfortable.
He would start just like rubbing, like almost like he was signaling, like, "Hey, it's time, and it's time." It's like I know that, but like it would always make me laugh. Like you'd just be like, and the whole thing. I was still upset that we were never able to get through it once, but hey. Junior year, bro.
This is in high school?
Yeah, I was in high school.
For a theater class?
Yeah. Why
did they have to pick The Odd Couple? That's weird.
Because it was easy. Like it was supposed to be a scene with just 2 people, and like that is most of The Odd Couple is just 2 people.
That's
so,
all of Waiting for Godot.
I mean, I'm just saying these kids are hack. Like it's Somerville, South Carolina. They were mostly just in there for the free credit. It was like theater 2.
I would have loved that.
It was fun. I like hated. That's the only thing I didn't like about theaters. They didn't give us enough like chances to do shit like that. They just like would like just let your kids just let the theater kids play improv games or do scenes. I don't know why.
Dude, I was a freshman at Western, right? And I had a theater class, and I auditioned for Little Murders, and my audition was awful, I guess. But I was playing it like Elliot Gould played it in the movie, which is kind of stiff. Yeah. And I guess they misinterpreted that as me trying. I don't know what they thought.
How old were you?
18. But I went outside to wait to get the results. And by the way, this was for extra credit. This wasn't anything serious. I'm not trying to be an actor. And then some fucking guy in his 50s comes out and starts lecturing me on being an amateur. He's like, "This theater's no joke, man." He's like, "You got to take acting seriously."
Fuck off, dude. Like, it's either I got the part or I didn't. Why are you trying to? It's just like
maybe you should take it less seriously.
After that roast battle, this dude came up to me, outside the club, and he was like, "You were really funny, man. Like, where do you perform?" And I was like, "I mean, I'm not booked on anything right now. It's just mostly open mics." And he was like, "Why not? Like, why do you just do open mics?" And I was just like, "Because that's where I."
You should choose to be paid for this.
He was just like, but you were so funny, dude. Like, why don't? And I was like, I mean, it's different. And he was like, why don't you focus what you did in the jokes for that into your normal jokes, And I was just like, it's different, man. It's like, and then I just finally, somebody said something that I was able to be like, oh, you said this, and then get out of the It was super weird because I have no idea who he was.
How come you don't want it more?
It was really weird. I was like, is this dude just like talking to me about my career? It was the same. It happened one time at Rebar. I was going off stage and a guy handed me his phone to put in, and I was like, what's this? And he was like, put in your Instagram. And like, I had a good set and I just got off stage, so I was still shaking a little bit, you know? And so like, I changed it, but my Instagram at the time was like really wordy and I couldn't find it. I don't even know where in the name I messed up, but I was like, I can't find it. He was like, you should change that, bro. You gotta get your name out there.
Yeah, well,
dude, I've been doing comedy for less than 2 years. Like, fuck off.
You're doing it wrong.
Like,
I love getting lectured.
like,
I love getting lectured.
I just say okay until I can finally fucking leave. Like, at Noreen's last night, I walk up and Tyler Jolly's girlfriend, we worked together, and she was like, how was work? And I like sat down at the bar stool next to her and we were talking, and all of a sudden this guy comes up and is like, sorry guy, you're in the wrong seat. And I was like, you could have just said excuse me, but okay.
That's my girlfriend.
No, it wasn't. It was just some weird white trash dude that was very excited to tell me to get out of his seat.
Wait, because he wanted to sit next to her?
No, it was I think he was sitting there before I sat down, but it was empty. Like whenever I sat down, and so he just came out. Sorry, guy, you got the wrong seat. And
Are you like, bad Leroy Brown,
yeah,
the baddest man in the whole damn town?
I just like that. I was like, yeah, dude, you just say excuse me, and then Stephanie thought that shit was hilarious. So I was like, I'm glad somebody was also there to hear me step up to this fucking prick. All right, I gotta see
really,
if my
you didn't
clothes are
go.
dry.
This. Oh, I.
No,
I didn't see the sign that said retards only.
Retard.